Welcome to day 36 of me backtesting my way to success. Let's just dive right into the charts. First trade was a win. The reasons why I entered were this 4-hour fair value gap right here, equilibrium from the swing high to the swing low. It fit with the fair value gap, so I went into a lower time frame to look for like better entry points than just this area of this fair value gap. So I saw this 1-hour fair value gap right here. As you can see, it went into it. Once it broke structure in the 15-minute, I entered pretty clearly right here. Stop loss was above the fair value gap, the 4-hour one. And take profit was the previous area of liquidity, which also matched up with this area of liquidity. So yeah, let's just see how the next trade goes. Next trade was a loss. The reasons why I entered were this 4-hour auto block right here, sweep off liquidity from this area, and a break of structure in the lower time frames. Take profit was the beginning of this 4-hour fair value gap to the upside, and stop loss was above the area of liquidity with a lot of breathing room. I got stopped out, and I think the reason why I lost was because right now we have a lot of buy pressure and we broke structure to the upside. So it was kind of stupid to enter for a sell right here. Instead, what I should have done was wait for price to go into this fair value gap and then enter for a buy, because I was basically gambling that price is going to retrace into the fair value gap right at this moment and not go a bit higher and maybe later on go into the fair value gap. So that was my mistake, and let's just see how the next trade goes. Next trade was a win, and the reasons why I entered were actually because I tried a strategy of a friend of mine's. I marked the low from Asia, from the Asian session, and the high. Price, well, it took out the high from the Asian session, but I was waiting for price to go into this 4-hour fair value gap right here, 4-hour auto block right here, because this trade is being taken off of a high time frame POI. So yeah, and once price went back into the order block and it broke structure, I entered for a trade. And also because it was below the 50% mark of the equilibrium from the Asia session low to the high. And so at equilibrium, order block, break of structure, and take profit was the Asia session high. I was thinking about placing another take profit right here, but that's not like my friend didn't tell me that part of the strategy. It kind of looks like support and resistance, to be honest, right now. But yeah, still want to trade, and let's just see how the next trade goes. Next trade was another loss, and the reasons why I entered were this 4-hour fair value gap to the downside right here. Equilibrium from the swing high to the swing low. It matched with the fair value gap, and on a break structure in the lower time frames above the 50% mark, I entered. Stop loss was at first above the fair value gap with a little breathing room, but then I saw this area of liquidity right here and placed my stop loss above it with a little breathing room. Got stopped out, price completely broke out of this price range. Looks like it's going to hunt even for this area of liquidity, or maybe even just this one. Take profits were previous areas of liquidity right here and right here. Not this area of liquidity, because the risk reward ratio would have been like awful. Yeah, 0.7. It's not that good. And yeah, I got stopped out, like I said, and I was honestly not too sure whether to enter for a buy or a sell right here, because right here I had the perfect setup for a buy, because 2-hour fair value gap, 2-hour order block, sweep of liquidity, and yeah, but then price just completely even took out this area of liquidity, and I was like, might be the time to enter for a sell, because also we broke structure to the downside with this candle very clearly. So that's already it for today's episode. Today was it was an okay day, you know. It was fine. I got wins, I got losses. I learned even something from from a win today, which is which is good. I'm proud of myself for that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep back testing for maybe another hour, and we'll see you in the next one.